Alrighty, so this is for the extra credit project that I'm working on. Sorry if my voice is a little gravelly. I think I'm getting sick with something as well, so it's just going all around. But um, starting off with the first question, what do you believe is the importance of research in kinesiology? So I think that um, research is a really important thing for this field because, like you had mentioned, um, something that you believe in is relearning the muscles and not necessarily just like a temporary fix. That kind of stuck in my head. And as I was thinking about it, I was feeling like um, researches can change and they can adapt. And I feel like there's new material that can be learned throughout this field, and that um, only through science and research can we really, discover these things through trial and error. I know there's not one study of anything that's perfected or anything necessarily, except for probably chemistry or something, even then. But yeah, I think that there's always a new way to look at things, and research can help a lot with that. For the second question, what do you find interesting about reading research articles? And what do you find challenging? Okay, so I think some of the Biggs articles were a little difficult to read because of how like compact they felt and how like the language felt very like professional, and it almost felt like it wasn't I don't know. There was some things in it that I just had a really tough time understanding. I guess the language might have been a tough thing for me. A lot of math involved, and I'm just when I see numbers, my brain is just so, off when it comes to that. So yeah, that was a little challenging for me. Um, the research article that I found to be the most interesting and helpful was the hang on, I have it up here. It was the coping with anxiety in sports. So as I've told you, I am a psych major, and seeing this kind of aspect of it, I don't know a lot about sports kinesiology or sports science or anything like that, but this was kind of an interesting perspective because I've never thought about the athlete and how much pressure this, athlete can feel. And, it really puts it in perspective how much like therapists and psychologists are needed in this field to help out with these people. Like there's a total calling that a lot of people could have out in that field. So I think that was a really cool article, and I thought it was very insightful and easier to read. um, and then for the fourth question, how do you feel like you have improved in your understanding of reading research from the first article you read? Um, I feel like it's been like a progressive learning throughout like the articles, like just kind of learning the language of how things are spoken in this field. It took me a second, but kind of getting used to it, it got a little bit easier towards the end. I think some of the first articles were pretty easy to read, like the anxiety one, but towards like the altitude training, um, some of like the biomechanics, like it got harder, but I feel like with practice of being exposed to these readings, that it became easier to understand them. So again, sorry about my voice, but that's the answers I got for this. Thanks for listening.